All right, this is KevinSvensonCrypto, where we defy tyranny. It is May 16th, 2022, and see what we got going on with the markets. So far, this thing is not loading, so that'll be cool. It might take just a second, which is fine, but watch it fall out. As you might be able to see here in a second, we'll take a look at a few things. Here we go. Let's take a look at the bubbles. Yesterday we got a big bounce. It looks like things are starting to look a little bit more positive. I'm not going to say we're out of the woods yet or anything, but we are getting some of the meme coins, Pepe and Floki. This is on the weekly. Phantom, which is a layer 1. Near is a layer 1. I'm big on Near. Phantom, I'm not as on top of. It's just not really my big play, but Near protocol is definitely one of my plays. Graph is a good one. Ton, which is the basically Telegram messaging thing. They're getting into crypto. I'm not, I don't use Telegram, so I don't really care about it. So I guess the big thing about investing, a lot of times you want to invest in things that you use and you're familiar with, and you care about. That that automatic interest kind of helps to fuel your research your ability to really just kind of stay interested in a project and be able to research it without even it being work. If you're already interested in it, you already know what's going on, right? So take a look at the daily. So yeah, Link is starting to break out. Theta Network, which specializes in streaming, decentralization. So Link is Chainlink. It's real world application. RWA, I guess, is the thing. Anything that's seems like it's going to be bridging real world stuff. So gaming, artificial intelligence, those are really big. Cardano looks like it might be starting to break back up and get out of this lull it's been in for a good while now, since March. Man, so we topped out on March 9th. Is that what that is? Yeah, March 10th, 12th, April, May, June. So it's been almost 2-3 months of just downward. So that's the whole market, really. Yeah. So that's just interesting to me. So we'll take a look at the Fear and Greed Index real quick. It's at 70. This is just talking about Bitcoin alone. I wish it wasn't this high. I think this indicator really isn't that good anymore. It's probably going to retract back down to 60 today because we are getting a pullback. But I'm not the biggest fan of that particular statistic. Yeah, Bitcoin dominance, take a look at that. Once Bitcoin dominance actually starts slipping down, that's when we'll have altcoin season, but that may not happen for a good while. Let's see, we're talking 56%. Looks like we might be going for one more high. Take a look at the weekly. Yeah, it kind of looks like Bitcoin dominance might try to go up for one more high, or this will be a lower high. But yeah, I'm looking at 58 to 60% probably if it punches up. So, and when that happens, that could be because of a dump, or it could just because Bitcoin. Once Bitcoin breaks that 70,000, there'll probably be a lot of hype for a second. So I could see that being a cause for Bitcoin dominance to go up. CRO token still pretty low. It's on its 21 week. So as long as it maintains above that, that's still bullish. We're just getting a bullish retest, right? So I believe the Dixie, the US dollar, is falling pretty heavily too. So that's probably going to continue more than likely. Take a look at Cardano. Cardano's starting to make its way. It's not doing anything really, but just a little jump up, which helps. Let's see what else we've got going on. Kind of curious what Ethereum. Usually Ethereum leads the altcoins. And I know Ethereum against Bitcoin has been, it's just free falling almost. So yeah, obviously you're better off on Bitcoin than Ethereum for the moment, but this will eventually reverse. But to what point? I guess there's some Resistance there. Looks like it might actually fall down a little bit more before it starts reversing. Probably this zone. So until this thing really starts pushing back up, you're better off in Bitcoin. That's just another way of looking at that. But as far as Ethereum, US dollar, it's looking all right. We could get a big push down to like 2,200. So be wary, right? Was this big rally the last couple of days? Was just kind of a suckers rallies just to get people into the market again before we get another big bounce down. The thing is, we did bounce off the 21-week moving average, and that's a bullish sign technically. But we could come all the way down, see where it's at. We're right here. We can come all the way down to 56, 57K again. But yeah, man, we are starting to make some higher highs, and we did get a mosquito doji on the weekly, so that could spell some good things coming our way. But again, altcoins are still very, very juicy right now. I mean, we're basically, a lot of these are consolidating on previous resistance made support. We're breaking above bear market lows, testing for probably a bounce back, right? Something like that. So this is DOT. A lot of coins kind of look similar to this. I mean, even Cardano, we'll take a look. I mean, yeah, it's kind of the same. Everything's just retesting its bear market support. Or is it? Yeah. So as long as we stay above these zones, we should be fine. It could be a little longer, though. I mean, this could drag off for a bit. Will it be the summertime, like I've been saying, the whole summer just boring? I don't know. I feel like there's some things that are maybe starting to happen. There's apparently some debate, I believe in June, with Trump and Biden. And there's going to be a lot of probably meme coins associated with that, so that probably will create some midsummer hype. Yeah, I'm not a big meme coin guy, but I mean, I see the appeal of it. There's something else going on, then might as well partake in it. The CRO token actually was pretty good. I mean, coming from a 0.5 cents, I mean, it's almost 2.5x from its lows, right? I mean, I think Crypto.com, as long as they've survived the bear market, that was a really rough bear market. They survived it. They still have their arena on like FTX. They survived it. While Celsius and Voyager went down. So I mean, I think Crypto.com, they have a good business model. They have a good CEO. At least for this cycle, they're probably going to be fine. Now, if it's the end of the market, a year from now, everything is all good and gravy. Like, I mean, I don't know if I'd keep my stuff on any kind of centralized exchange, even Coinbase. One thing, I was talking to somebody recently, one issue is like, what if the government does try to confiscate Bitcoin and they go through the institutions to do so, like they did in the 30s when they try to get gold? So I mean, if you need to have your own keys, it's kind of like burying treasure in the backyard. You know where it's at. No one else does. So what, they don't have to sit down and torture you? Maybe, I guess, if it's the things are going in the direction they are. But I mean, more likely they're not going to be able to torture you. So even if they could, I mean, some people are really good at withstanding torture. So either way, I don't know where I'm getting at with that. Just like if you know where your keys are, if you know where your money is, no one's going to be able to get to it. So, but if it's on a centralized exchange in a bank or any kind of institution, like the government can get to it. So, something to think about. Let's see, Filecoin. Just going to check and see, make sure all these coins. I mean, everything is basically staying above the bear market areas. Gala Games looks pretty good. Yeah, that was at 1 cent. I can see Gala Games actually going to like $1 or $2, maybe even $3, doing something similar to what Cardano did last cycle. Because crypto gaming hasn't moved yet, really. But this is a pretty strong impulse up. There's a lot of volume behind this. There's be a lot of buying interest. So, I mean, this thing could go to a couple dollars, maybe even even more. I I'm not sure, but like if it went to 80 cents, I could see it going to a couple dollars for sure. Yeah, so I think Gala Games is a decent play for sure. Let's see what else is going on. ICP, it did have a good impulse. I mean, it's consolidating. Link is actually breaking up pretty strong. See, like what's making me interested in this market right now, yeah, things are kind of down a little bit today, but some of these coins are really popping off. Link is pushing up pretty good, and if it has continuation, it's going to tell me that the markets are turning around for us. So Mara, blockchain stocks, I think those are going to start popping. Near Protocol has had a really good recovery. I mean, I see Gala Games doing something like this, and I think it's I think Near Protocol could go $50 to $100 pretty. I don't want to say easily, but I think it will. I really think. I think Near Protocol could do really well, and you could stake it for 7 to 10% on Atomic Wallet. It means get that free money, man. Get that free money. Ontology making a little bit of move up. What kills me is the rest of this chart with Ontology, just like the whole downtrend. But if we can start making some real moves, it'd be really good. Pepe is just ridiculous. Looks like it wants to move on up. It's probably going to do something that's similar to Dogecoin. I wonder if I can look at Dogecoin. Let's take a look at the other. Yeah, what did Doge and SHIB do last cycle? Look, Shiba Inu. And that'll probably give us an idea of what Pepe might do, right? So let's take a look at that. Dogecoin. This Doge. Okay. Now we're probably somewhere right here in comparison to Pepe. We've had how many impulses? We've had 2 impulses working on our next, right? So let's see how many impulses. And it also depends on when the chart started and all of that. So, I don't think we've had this impulse yet. So we're probably like, we've had this impulse. We're probably like right here. Let's go back again and take a look. This is Pepe. Well, we'll consider this. It's on the weekly. It's also on the weekly. Just trying to think about how I want to look at this thing. I think we're about right here. So we'll take and extrapolate. See how far this thing goes to. Price range, we'll take this to the top. 8,000%. I think that's something that possibly could happen. So we'll take, this is pure speculation. And this is TradingView that I'm using and also Kraken. So 8,000% takes us to right there. So what is that? That's a 10x, that's a 50x. 10x gets you to the 0.001. 0.0001. This gets you to 0.005. It could be a 10 to 50x. 10x, yeah, 0.1. Yeah, this could be a I'd say it's an easy 20 to 30x coin, which is just insane. $100, you turn it into, $3,000 or $4,000. and that's if it emulates what Doge did. It could even outperform. That's insane. We could look up and see what SHIB did if it's similar. Shiba. Yeah, I think meme coins probably will be a move. There's the Joe Biden coin. There's Elizabeth Warren. There's Tucker Carlson is one. Why is this taking so long? Come on now. Here we go. Not enough price data with SHIB, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm not a meme coin guy. That ain't my flavor. But Solana looking pretty good. But I think overall the markets are looking like they're heating up. There is a little bit of a lull right now. So if you're trying to get in right now, it's a good time. I'm trying to tell people in the next month or two, probably your last real good opportunities to get the cheap, the good. Solana learned to $250 last cycle. I'd like to look at Solana. Let's look at Solana and compare it to Ethereum in its first to second cycle. So take a look at ETH. Okay, so we'll assume this is the 250 mark. And we'll assume we're about right here with Solana. We're like right trying to break all-time highs. So we're like right in here, huh? We're somewhere right in here trying to break up. Just trying to make sure I'm like correct in that. And it's possible actually we're like more into this range here. I think we've probably moved past that. We're probably more close to right here. So if we right here, once we break the all-time highs or something close to it, how much more percentage gain do we have if we're going to mimic Ethereum's last cycle, basically, which is where I think we're at. So, and I think Solana certainly is the closest thing to Ethereum to last cycle. So we'll go from here to the top, 250%. Okay, it's 250% from this point. It might be somewhat underwhelming, but it's probably a pretty conservative point. Yeah, so if it's 250%, it's like $400, $500. I think it's going to do better than that. It doesn't seem very aggressive, does it? It doesn't. I mean, I think it's going to do better than that. Maybe there's something wrong with my analysis here. Let's take a look. Well, I think there is something wrong with my analysis because like we're really about half. We're at the half way on its price action, so we're probably closer in the area of this. So yeah, so maybe like 900%. let's go 7 to 900% will probably be more accurate. So we'll go 750. That's 1,000. 1,200. I mean, I think 900, 600. I think $900 to $1,200 is probably the more realistic scenario for Solana. Absolutely. So, yeah, I think that is absolutely in the cards. And like, again, a lot of these coins, you could stake them. You could stake them on Exodus, 7% there. I believe 7% on Atomic Wallet. Even on Coinbase and Crypto.com, you can stake these things. So you might as well do it, right? At least while we're in a bull market for the next 6 months to a year. After that, some of these companies may go under, and then you have your assets stuck on there, and then they cut you a check for some fiat that's like worth 30% of it. Just don't do that. I have learned my lesson. So anyway, that's a quick little recap of everything. I think things are looking a little bit better. But it's also possible this is a bit of a sucker's rally, and this could just be trying to get some more liquidity before we go back down to like 55 or 50K, 48K. I think 48 to 50K is kind of my worst case. 42. Black Swan event, U.S. gets invaded, something crazy. I think the 30K base is very strong. I think that's more likely going to be the next bear market area. So we'll see what happens. So I want to jump off here, get some food. Thanks for stopping by. Hit the like, subscribe, leave a comment below. I'll definitely answer any questions, and I'll try to do this again tomorrow. All right. Peace.